dear students. Now we will discuss about the deposition or vapor deposition. That means the process by which the vapor of substance get converted into solid without passing through the liquid state is called vapor deposition. This is called the vapor deposition. Now, an important evaporation, the process in which a liquid changes into its vapor at a temperature be its boiling point is called evaporation. I again the process in which a liquid changes into its vapor at a temperature below at a temperature below its boiling point below its boiling point is called evaporation. Now during evaporation, liquid absorbs the heat from the surroundings or from any other body in contact with it. Now listen carefully. During evaporation, the liquid absorbs heat from the surroundings or from any other body in contact with it. For example, during the drying of clothes in the sun, the water in the cloths absorbs the heat energy of the sunlight. That means during evaporation, the liquid absorbs heat from the surroundings or from any other body in contact with it. Now next, vaporization, the process in which a liquid on heating changes into vapor is called vaporization. For example, the conversion of water into its vapor by heating at its boiling point or boiling temperature is termed as vaporization of water. I again, the conversion of water into its vapor by heating at its boiling temperature is termed as vaporization of water. That means vaporization of water on heating, it gives vapor. Now condensation, the process in which vapor on cooling gets converted into a liquid is called condensation. Now listen, condensation is the inverse of vaporization. For example, the conversion of water vapor into liquid water is called the condensation of water vapor. That means water vapor on condensation it gives water. That means these are the vaporization and condensation. Now last topic of our chapter is, now this is the last topic. I will explain you. I will explain you. This is the last topic. This is our last topic. Last topic of this chapter, that is change of state diagram. Now listen, the effect of temperature on physical state of a substance, say water, can be studied with the help of temperature time graph. This is the temperature time graph. X-axis, on x-axis I take time, on along y-axis I take temperature. Now for this, take a small quantity of ice in a beaker. That means this is a beaker and I have taken some ice in the beaker. Now listen, place a thermometer in the ice. Place a thermometer in the ice. Note down the temperature of ice with the help of this thermometer. Now start heating the ice. We can heat the ice by using this Bunsen burner. That means start heating the ice on a low flame. Note down the temperature of ice after every half minute until the liquid water forms starts the boiling. That means again, note down the temperature of ice after every half minute until the liquid water formed starts boiling. Plot temperature against time graph. That means Now the temperature time graph shows that number first point. Now listen carefully. This is this graph. That means I name here O Q, and now this is Q R. This is Q R. This point is R. Now listen again. The time remains constant at 0 degrees Celsius. Here 0 degree Celsius. This is 0 degree. Is 0 degree Celsius, and now this is 100 degree Celsius. Temperature remains constant at 0 degree Celsius until whole ice has melted up to point Q. That means from this point to this point melting is going on. That means ice has melted into water, and now we know that the inverse of melting is called the freezing. Now when liquid water is heated, its temperature gradually increases until it starts boiling at 100 degree Celsius. That means when we increase the temperature gradually, then we plot the graph Q2R, or we obtain the graph Q2R, and Q2R is a straight line graph. That means temperature is directly proportional to time. That means after some time the ice of water will increase. Now next, temperature remains constant at 100 degrees Celsius until whole of the water gets vaporized. That means this is the point S. Now when water vapors are cooled, they condense to form liquid water. That means now we are discussing the inverse process. That means evaporization. Now condensation is the inverse process of evaporization. Now lowering the temperature to Q, water starts to freeze, and now temperature remains constant until whole of the water gets freeze. That means we can say that this is an reversible process. Now this is our whole chapter. Now in next video I will give you some question and some objective type questions, some filling the blanks question, true and false question, and match of the following questions. Okay, now we will discuss in next video.